Hi guys, welcome back to the Scan Tool Network. In this video we're going to be taking a closer look at the iCarsoft LR version 3.0, which is the latest offering from iCarsoft company, and it's a manufacturer specific tool for Jaguar and Land Rover vehicles. So in this video we'll be taking a look at everything you need to know about this tool before you buy it, or 21 questions and answers. And I will say guys that if you are interested in getting this tool, please use the links below in the description, because there are fakes, there are clones on the market, and unfortunately they can damage your vehicle. So if you want to make sure you're getting a genuine tool, please use the links in the video. So before we get into the vehicle, we'll take a look at exactly what's inside the box. So this is the presentation box itself. It comes with a user manual, as you can see there. It comes with a data cable, so one end of this cable goes into the PC or laptop, the other end goes into the underside of the kit here to do any updates if you want. Updates are free for life. And this is the tool that this is the cable that connects the tool to the vehicle itself. So you plug that end into the top of the tool, which I'll show you in a second, and you plug this end here into the diagnostic port of the vehicle. So that's the data cable. So this is the tool itself. As you can see here, we have this is the SD card. The SD card will automatically be inside the tool. This is the port for where you plug the cable to get laptop and PC updates. And on top here, this is where you plug this cable here, one end in there, the other end in the OBD2 port of the vehicle, and it's kind of held like an old style computer game. And these are the buttons. It's not a touch screen, so you do need to toggle using the buttons on the side of the tool. This is the main menu screen of the tool. As you can see, we've got a cable plugged into the top here, and that's how the tool actually gets its power. So what is the LR version 3.0? Well, it's a multi-system scan tool and programming and adaptation tool for Land Rover and Jaguar vehicles. I've already pointed out where you can buy the tool. Just use the links in the description below this video. The price of this tool is, at the moment, at the time of making this video, is £169. That price can fluctuate. It can go up, it can go down as well, believe it or not. It all really depends on the price from the suppliers, etc. But at the moment it's £169, which for the amount of functionality you get from the tool, actually I believe represents a lot of value for money, depending on sort of considering how much you would cost if you were to take it to the dealership or even a Land Rover specialist. So as we mentioned, it takes its power from the battery. It doesn't have an internal battery, so you need to plug it in to either the vehicle or a laptop or a PC to actually get it to fire up and for the screen to come on. Manufacturers we've already covered. It only covers Land Rover and Jaguar vehicles. It does, however, have an extra built-in feature. If we look at this screen here, OBD2 and eOBD, this allows the user to hook it up to any other vehicle, say like a BMW or a Mercedes, and check engine-only faults. So if you've got a fault in in the engine system in a different vehicle, it'll also be good for that as well. But it doesn't cover the other systems, which I'll go through in a moment for those other manufacturers. So what systems are covered with this tool? Well, when it comes to systems, it's basically going to cover all systems within the vehicle. So if we go to Diagnostics and we'll go to Land Rover, we're just going to go, obviously all we can do in this video is select our specific vehicle, which is a Discovery 3. It's a 2007 diesel V6. It's going to read the VIN code from the vehicle. What it does is sometimes it'll put warning lights on, because as the tool interrogates or connects with these systems, it will light up the warning lights for that particular system. It doesn't do it on all systems, it just does it on some systems. Let me just see if I can get the heater off here. Right, so we're going to click OK to that, and we're going to go to control units. So this is going to give us a list of all the control units that we can connect to in this vehicle. So we've got the engine, the transmission, the airbags, instrument cluster, ride level module, which is the suspension, steering angle sensor, all-terrain mode, and a few others as well. We look at this is the ABS one, the VDM, Vehicle Dynamics Control Mode. Some vehicles or some menu systems will have ABS, but for this particular vehicle they've labelled it as VDM, so just so you know that. And then we go through a lot of other systems as well. HVAC systems, parking sensors, And there we go. So those are the systems that you can actually diagnose. Now, obviously it all depends on the specific vehicle that you're in. If you want a newer Discovery or a newer Range Rover, something like that, then you will more likely get a larger list of systems that you will be able to connect to. But it all really depends on the vehicle that you're sitting in. So which special functions or service functions does it cover? In fact, what I'm going to do is just bear with me 1 second, because I'm going to just go through the setup and get rid of that beeping noise, because it can be quite annoying. It's okay if you're just using it once or twice, but if you're using it as many times as we are in this video, then it's quite annoying. So we've got service. So these are the service or special functions. So it's going to allow oil service reset, electronic park and brake, new battery registration, electronic throttle calibration and control, steering angle sensor calibration, DPF regeneration and reset, ABS brake bleeding, injector coding, TPMS reset and calibration, suspension reset and calibration, air conditioning reset, headlamp adjustments, body stability if you need to do any adaptations, same with the engine, transmission adaptation, seats, windows, doors and roofs, engine again. So those are the kind of the adaptations that you can do if you wanted to, or service resets. Like for example, electronic park and brake, you open and close the brake pads if you wanted to change well, open and close the calipers if you want to change the brake pads. So those are the special functions. What information does it give when a fault occurs? Okay, so if we click into the diagnostics, we've got it. You can see we've got an airbag light on the dashboard here. So I'm just going to use this as an example. And I'll go through the process of actually resetting this fault. In fact, it's a good opportunity to do that. So click vehicle again, Discovery 3, diesel V6, ignition is on. Click OK to that. So we'll go control unit and we'll go SRS, which is the airbag system. So we'll go fault code read. So we've got one of 3 faults here, and it's given that as the unique fault code. That's the important one, because so if you didn't really understand what was going on screen, you put these fault codes in the Google search engine, and there'll be lots of people who previously had these faults. So it's a passenger safety belt sensor, passenger safety belt pre-tension and deployment control, and left side airbag deployment control. So it's all relating to the left hand side. We're in the right hand side here, so that is where we found a loose connection. In fact, we put the loose connection back together, but you can still see we've got the airbag light on here. So all we need to do to get rid of that should be click clear fault memory, and when I do this, keep an eye on the airbag light there. Got erasing fault codes on screen here, and the airbag light has gone. Erase operation done. So there we go. So that's a quick example of how to well, what information you would get if you did have a fault in your system. When it comes to live data, it does have live data as well. You could quite easily go through and see the view data, so you can view the data on any system you want really. See, if it's giving us 62 options here, so you just basically choose which one you want. This is a good indication of what types of live data it will actually give you. Okay, so let's say we wanted to go to, we wanted battery voltage, coolant temperature, and exhaust gas recirculation. Go throttle position, and then we'll click F1 for done. So there we go. This is giving us live data here, and if you wanted to as well, you could also get graphing information as well, or you can go back and just look at the basic numerical data for that. So that's the live data, and you'll get live data for any system you want really within the vehicle. Is it touchscreen? It's not touchscreen. You do need to use these dome keys on the side, unfortunately. What about updates? For updates, you do need to. Well, actually, sorry, I'll go into the service option as well. So these are some service items that you can do within the. It's not support. We'll need to probably do an update on that, or maybe it doesn't have the DPF actually. We need to do. Updates, sorry, yeah, updates are free for life. If you come across a website that's charging you for updates, it's definitely a fake, it's definitely a clone, so don't go down that route. The updates are free for life with this tool. And how do you update it? So you basically need to use the cable which comes in the box and put one end in there, one end in the laptop, and you'll be allowed to update this tool, which is, it really is quite easy to do, in fact. How does it compare to the version 1.0 or the version 2.0? Well, this does more than those tools will do. All of them will do like your main system, so it'll do the airbag reset that we did, it'll do check engine lights, etc. But this tool is really more advanced when it comes to actuation tests, the service menu that we saw earlier, and a lot of other sort of coding options as well, and actuations, programming to an extent, calibrations as well. So this one is the most expensive, but it is the most advanced, okay? Where can you get help and support? Well, if you buy it through Diagnostic World, then you will get help and support via an official iCarsoft engineer, so they are always on hand to give you help and support if you need it. Can it print faults? It can print faults to an extent. What you need to do is you need to save the data, or record the data first of all, and it saves onto the SD card. You then transfer it from the SD card to the laptop or PC, and then you print it from there. It's not an easy way or a quick way of doing it, but if you really wanted to, then you can do it. When it comes to languages, let me just come out and go back to the main menu. I think it's probably going to be in setup, language, there we go. So it's giving us 5 languages. I believe you can add more languages as well, but you need to do the update through the PC or laptop to do that. It does come with a box with a user manual with instructions, so if you wanted to update it, please refer to that user manual, because it does give you really basic and helpful information on how to do that. So is it easy to use, and would I recommend it to anybody who has never ever used this tool before in their life? I would say honestly yes. If you've never used a diagnostic tool, you can't go wrong with this tool, and it's so easy to use. It's so simple to toggle through the menu as we've saw here, and it won't let you do any damage to the vehicle or anything like that. It's a really fail-safe tool which won't give you any issues at all. What about the other icon menus? Yeah, well, we've looked at that one, we've looked at that one. If we click into voltage, that just gives us a battery reading, so the minimum and the maximum from this particular test here. I mentioned this one earlier, if you want to diagnose engine faults on other vehicles. If you've recorded data, if you want to review the data, then you'd go on this screen here. If you want to, say for example, you want to look at a fault code, so if let's say you had a P3.0 01. You need to select the manufacturer, Land Rover. It's not found in the database. It's because it's a actually it's a P0301. Oh, I'm going mad here. Enter. There we go. Cylinder misfire on cylinder 1. So you can put any codes in you want there, and it'll tell you the meaning of the codes there. Setup, we've looked at this one a few times. Language, unit of measure, buzzer. If you want to log the data, if you want to record the data, you click on the log. Clear the data, factory data reset, so restore it to factory settings. And this just gives you a bit of help about what OBD2 means, etc. And this one gives you like serial number information, firmware information for the Land Rover and Jaguar vehicles. Okay, does it double up as a tablet? The answer is no. Once this is turned off, you can't use it as a tablet, you can't connect to the internet or anything like that. And how fast is delivery? Delivery is normally 1 to 2 working days, so long as you order it from this website here. If you order it anywhere else, unfortunately there are websites which look like they'll ship items from your country, but in fact they send them from China because they could be fakes or clones. So just be aware of that. Just make sure that if you are wanting to use the tool, make sure you get it through the official link, and you'll get the genuine tool with good fast delivery. Okay, that's about it for this video. That's the iCarsoft LR version 3.0 in a nutshell. I could make a video on this tool for another 45 minutes, to be honest with you, but I really want to just sort of condense as much as possible into this particular short video, which gives you basic information on how the tool works, what it'll cover, and if it's going to be suitable for your needs or not, but hopefully it will be. So thanks for watching. Use the links in the description below this video, and we'll see you on the next one.